Naku po, heto na! Trending na trending ito ngayon. Zaldico, nagsalita na. Okay, pakinggan natin.
Of the numerous allegations that have been hurled against him over the last few months.
Narito ang Balitang Pinoy TV.
Naku po, heto na! Trending na trending ito ngayon. Zaldico, nagsalita na. Okay, pakinggan natin ang kanyang mga sinabi ng kanyang spokesperson. Okay, ipapakita ko sa inyo mismo at magre-react tayo dyan. Okay, pero bago ang lahat, bago natin yan ipapakita lahat, help me po na i-like muna ha at i-share itong video na ito para guys kakalat ito sa taong bayan. Okay, sabay-sabay nating i-like muna at i-share itong video natin, Facebook at YouTube. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, like and share para ha, maraming makalam. And also guys, paki-subscribe at paki-follow ito para lagi kayong updated sa mga balita na kagaya nito at ma-notify ang inyong mga cellphones kung meron tayong breaking news. Okay? So, kagaya nito, breaking news ito. So, sabay-sabay natin i-follow, i-subscribe, Facebook at YouTube. Ready? Follow, subscribe. 1, 2, 3, go! Ayan, thank you very much. Nagsalita na itong hinahanap na si Zaldico. Okay? Nagsalita na. Nagpadala po siya ng kanyang spokesperson. Ito, atin pong pakinggan ang kanyang spokesperson, no?
Okay. Now my client, Representative Zaldico, has been asking me to say something in view of the numerous allegations that have been hurled against him over the last few months.
Ikaw, Zaldico, sheminit ka pa kay VP Sara, ha? Lalaki kang tao. Pero nasan ka ngayon? Nagtatago ka. Si VP Sara, inakusahan si VP Sara, nagpakita, nagpaliwanag. Ikaw, nasaan ka? Nagtatago ka. Wala kang bayag.
Yan, yeah, how's that? How's this? Okay. Again, my client, Representative Zaldico, has been asking me for the last few months to say something in reaction to the various accusations made
Bakit kailangan pa siya ng spokesperson? Siya mismo ang magpakita.
against him, no?
O mag-video man siya. Di ba? Bakit kailangan pa ang lawyer niya?
Now, those of you who have met me in the past know that I do not litigate my cases in the media. I litigate only in courts of law where only admissible evidence matters. But I've been monitoring the news, and the narrative has become so skewed, has become so twisted, no, because of the misinformation, deliberate or not, spread by interested persons.
Actually, sir, hindi po misinformation. Hinanap si Zaldico kung nasaan siya. Hindi po yan misinformation, ha? Nasaan ka na? Sumagot ka na. Huwag yung ibang tao ang pasasagutin mo sa problema mo, sa issue mo, di ba?
In these cases, and against my better judgment, maybe I figured it's time to say something. Now, Representative Go would have wanted to be here himself so he can answer your questions. Unfortunately, there are credible and serious threats to his life na he's
yan ang pinakaunang rason. Hindi raw siya magpapakita sa Pilipinas kasi ano raw, may banta raw ang kanyang buhay. Eh, ang tanong, sir, bakit yung air access niya? Ha? Pinapunta niya sa labas. Di ba? Anong purpose niya doon? Di ba?
be afraid to come out at this time. Now, hopefully I can answer some
Hindi nga natatakot si Martin Romualdez, di ba? Oh. Sana dumating siya rito.
of your questions. I don't have a prepared statement. Hopefully I can answer some of your pressing questions, and hopefully we can, the objective is to realign, to redirect the narrative para so we level the playing field again, because I'm afraid that
Hindi po level the playing field? No, sir. Hindi po dapat i-level natin yung playing field. Patunayan nyo na malinis si Zaldico. Yun lang po. Bakit kailangan nating i-level? Di ba? Galit na po ang taong bayan dito sa mga nakawan sa korupsyon. Ngayon, ang tinuturo ngayon si Zaldico. Di ba? Meron pong siyang dapat i-answer, especially doon sa budget. Yun ang sagutin ninyo. Wala kasing iba papunta talaga sa kanya. Si Martin Romualdez at Zaldico, sila yung may hawak ng budget doon sa House of Representatives. Di ba? So, sagutin na. No, wag nang dabi pang kadramahan.
not only the press but the people in general have been misled by inaccurate statements and interpretations of the law, as you might have noticed. Now,
I-accurate mo, sir, kung anong law yan, no? Wag yung general statement.
let me jump the gun because I know someone will ask this inevitably. I do not know where he is. I do not know where he is because I never asked him where he is. It's not relevant for his defense. And I never asked because I don't want to have to lie to any of you when you ask me that question as to where he is. I never asked. So, let's go. Yes? I know you, Camille.
Sir, you mentioned na hindi po nagmamatter yung kung saan nasaan si Sir Cono with his defense, but the Ombudsman already sent a letter, I think, po sa residence ni Sir Co para makapag-file siya ng counter affidavit. So, ano po yung magiging tugon ng legal team for this? Kasi ang sinasabi po ni Assistant Ombudsman Nico Clavano, kapag hindi po tinik po ito ni Mr. Co yung opportunity to file his counter, mawawala na po siya ng chance, and then they will proceed with the resolution. Is Mr. Co planning to file his counter here personally in the Philippines or in a Philippine embassy abroad?
Okay, ang sinabi ko, Camille, na hindi relevant yung presence niya, ang sabi ko, hindi relevant yung knowledge ko kung nasan siya. Now, his presence is of course required for him to answer yung charges. But let me be clear, I have not seen any complaint. No? Kasi a criminal investigation has to be initiated by a complaint. Meron ba kayo nakitang complaint? Anyone? When I say complaint, I mean something that has been sworn to under oath. And the only thing I've heard is that the ICI has referred its tentative findings to the Ombudsman. I don't think it's under oath, so I don't think that was a complaint. Now, under the Ombudsman's own rules, if there is an unsworn to complaint that's not verified, the Ombudsman is required to ask the witnesses to swear to it, to swear to supporting affidavits, and also the complainant, whom is also unidentified as of now, to submit a sworn affidavit. So, I don't know what he's supposed to answer. But that said, ang observation ko is that the Ombudsman Boying Rimuli has already said that he intends to file these cases by November 25. Now, assuming Mr. Ko is served today, that doesn't give them a lot of time for him to answer, for the Ombudsman to review and to write a resolution. My thinking is the Ombudsman has already prejudged this case. And this is bolstered by the statements of Secretary Vince Dizon, who said 60 people will be in jail by Christmas. Under these circumstances, there's really no...
Siguro naman, sir, nasabi yan ni Vince Dizon kasi obvious na yung ebidensya.
tactical benefit to filing a counter affidavit. So the answer is, at this time, the way things are going,
Hindi
no.
ko kinampihan si Vince Dizon dito ha. Baka lang na yun ang opinion ni Vince Dizon kasi baka halata na niya yung ebidensya. Nakakasiguro siya na may makulong.
He does not intend to file a counter affidavit.
But, sir, kung ipatawag ba si Mr. Ko, is he willing to personally attend? Like, for example, in the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee is inviting him in the next hearing, which is on November 14. Is he planning to even acknowledge to attend? Because in the past, he would release a statement na he will answer the allegations in the proper forum. And this time, he's being given the chance to explain himself.
I don't know what he has to explain to the Senate because the Senate is investigating facts. Wala pa naman accusation sa Senate. And like I said, he's deathly afraid of coming home because may serious threats to his life. One half of the country wants to throw him in jail and throw away the key. The other half wants to string him up by the nearest tree. Would you come home under those circumstances? I wouldn't recommend that he come home. But to the extent possible, Camille, to the extent possible, we will respond to the Senate if we're invited.
Unang-una, wala siyang dapat kinatakutan dito sa Pilipinas. Kaalyado niya si Martin Romualdez. Kaalyado niya si Bongbong Marcos. Pwede siyang manghingi ng tulong ni Bongbong Marcos. Totoo. Di ba? Gwadyahan yung bahay niya with all the, mga sundalo. Pwede yan.
Attorney, good morning. This is Chill po from DZXL Ironman. Yes po.
Hi, Chill.
Yes, good morning po. Attorney, is Representative Zaldico willing to release his SALN?
No need. Ombudsman Remulla has reversed the Martires lock on SALNs. Anyone can get his SALNs from the Ombudsman. Did I get that correctly?
No need na raw. Mas mabuti kung siya yung mag-present na this is my SALN. Di ba? Bakit mahirap mahirap ba ang magbigay ng SALN? May tinatago ba siya? Nagtatanong lang kami ha. Kasi kung hindi ka guilty at yung yaman mo ay galing yan sa tamang paraan, hindi po ninakaw, ha? Magpalabas siya ng SALN. Wala siyang dapat ikatakot at ikahiya. Di ba? Kung lahat ng mga pera niya ay hindi galing sa nakaw. bakit ngayon parang hindi siya kusang loob na siya yung magbigay ng kanyang salin, di ba?
I think that's what one of the first things he did was to unlock the SALENs.
Yeah, but sir, is Mr. Go will release his salin?
He doesn't have to come in. It's open to anyone.
I think it's the House Secretariat which has access to salmon. And then the Ombudsman covers different tools.
No, my
So I think
understanding.
the Ombudsman can only release salins for the President, the Vice President, for constitutional offices, for senators and House members. They're covered by usually the Senate Secretariat or the House Secretary General. Although I understand that the former Congressman Zaldico has now resigned, but does that mean that he's willing to voluntarily release his salin because no one can really compel him to at this time?
I haven't discussed that with him because I am sure that the Ombudsman will release his SALENs. I'm sure. You were talking about you're referring to the conditions imposed by the Martires lock. I think one of Boeing's first acts was to unlock the SALENs, and you can get it anytime.
Okay.
I give you a copy, but I don't have
I know,
one.
sir, but the Ombudsman is not the custodian of the salins.
He is.
I don't
He
think
is.
so, sir.
He is. Alam ko.
Anong ibig sabihin ng mga reporter na ito? Si Zaldico na ang kusang loob na ilabas yan in public? Wag niyong pahirapan pa yung taong bayan na pupunta pa sa ombudsman to get the salin of Zaldico. Kusang loob. If you think na malinis ka, di ba?
Far back as the Gloria presidency, I've always thought that the Ombudsman was the one. I can show a copy.
Okay, attorney, follow up.
Yes.
Regarding naman dun sa mga helicopter,
Okay.
register daw po ni Representative Zaldico yung mga,
You have to be very precise with me on the choppers. What's the question?
yung type na chopper po.
5 na choppers.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Na nakalabas na po, nakalabas po ng bansa.
Okay.
Tatlo pala, attorney, sorry.
Okay. Si representative ko wala siyang may-ari na any aircraft. I understand that any aircraft
Wala na siyang aircraft raw ngayon. Ano ba to? Biglang wala ng aircraft siya. Sa balita, ang mga air assets raw ni Zaldico nakalabas na. Pero itong spokesperson niya ngayon, o attorney ba niya, wala raw siyang aircraft. Okay. Wala na siyang aircraft.
related to him is owned by Mississippi's Aviation. Now separate si Mr. Ko sa Mississippi's. You should ask the lawyer of Mississippi's. I'm not the lawyer. But see, yan na yung yan na yung isang misinformation na malaki. That's the reason we're here. Because Secretary Dizon keeps saying na i-freeze lahat yan, i-confiscate yan. If you look at his SALN, Mississippi's Aviation was incorporated in 2004, 2008. Now, Zaldico became a congressman in 2019. So, yung aviation company na in which he owns stock is what? Was already 15, 16, 17 years old before he became when he became a congressman. Now, sinasabi ni Secretary Dizon na ifo-forfeit daw. Dalawa lang ang forfeiture dito, no? A criminal forfeiture will require a criminal conviction, that's final. A civil forfeiture will require proof and a final decision that the forfeited property was illegally acquired. How can something that was acquired by a company 17 years before he became a congressman be illegally acquired?
So sa madaling salita, sir, hindi po kay Representative Zaldico yung tatlong chopper?
No, not that I know of na meron siyang personal na chopper. Must be Mississippi's Aviations, which again is an old company. Eh, nakareport sa SALN niya yun, ha?
Thank you, attorney.
Sir, good morning.
Hi.
Hannah po from Billionario.
Hi, Hannah.
Clarification lang din tungkol dun sa naging Senate Bill 11 hearing noong September. Basically, mainit po kasi yung mata ni Congressman Zaldico sa publiko because of the supposed cash deliveries made by his former aide, Orly Guteza. First, sir, can you confirm if Guteza was indeed a former aide of Zaldico?
The first time I heard that name was at the Senate hearing, or was it the House? I learned about that Mr. Guteza's name. I heard Mr. Guteza's name for the first time at the same time you did, nung nahitingin ko. I know that he had two aides, something biblical, Matthew, Luke, something,
Mark and Paul, sir?
whatever, na former aides niya, but I understand also that they were no longer connected with him at the relevant time. Now, if you're asking me whether or not there were deliveries to Representative Ko at any time, no. Categorical.
You deny all the cash deliveries, including the
To
luggage,
him?
sir. Yes, to his house, to his condo.
Who's making that accusation, Hannah?
It was Orly Guteza who
And where is he now?
we can't find him, sir. It's for us to find out.
There you
But
go. You have to forgive me, my brain isn't trained to think that way. I'm always evidence-based. Kaya nga, the reason why we're here is para ma-realign nga natin, ma-redirect natin yung narrative. Na wag naman chismis, wag naman speculation. Because hindi
Actually, may point siya, ha? Kasi hindi pa nagpapakita si Gutesa. In fairness, yung mga statement po ni Orly Gutesa, yun ang dapat imbestigahan. Kapag malaman na yung full statement ni Orly Gutesa doon sa Senado, yan ang magkapagalaw na yung investigation. Pero sa ngayon, the problem is, merong mga taong diniscredit itong si Gutesa. Di ba? So sana naman, itong si Ping Lacson, talking about the notarization of the affidavit of Orly Gutesa, sana naman hindi kayo magtuon ng pansin doon sa notarization. Okay? Let's focus on the statement of Orly Gutesa. Kung may nabanggit si Orly Gutesa na talagang itong si Martin Romualdez at si Zaldico ay tumatanggap ng pera, yan po ang imbestigahan natin. Kailan sila naghatid ng pera? Tama yung sinabi kahapon ni Lacson na kunin natin yung logbook doon sa kung anong compound yun. Sa Forbes ba yun? Di ko alam kung saan, nakakalimutan ko yun. Basta somewhere in BGC. Pero, ang posibleng mangyari dito, wala na yung logbook, tinago na. May anomalya na. Bakit tinago? Di ba? O baka kinorek na doon. Di ba? Gumagawa na yung ibang logbook. Yan ang dapat imbestigahan. Kung itong logbook na
Ito na nga mga kabalita. Ano na ang masasabi nyo patungkol sa balitang ito? Please comment down below mga kabalita. Pag-usapan natin yan sa comment section. At kung di ka pa nakasubscribe sa ating channel, baka naman